A fascinating paradox is something that we come across in this modern era. A significant number of us struggle with feelings of isolation, despite the fact that we are more connected than ever before. Despite the fact that our lives are packed with obligations and responsibilities, we frequently feel that those we hold dear do not acknowledge or appreciate us for our efforts. We frequently have the perception that we are less important to our inner circles than they are to us, despite the fact that there is a universal desire to feel significant within our inner circles in today's environment. Stoicism and philosophy are two schools of thought that can provide invaluable guidance in situations like these. The philosophy of Stoicism encourages us to derive value from within ourselves rather than relying solely on the validation that comes from the outside world. On the other hand, how can we put these teachings into practice in order to earn the respect of those who are in our immediate surrounding environment? This presentation delves into effective methods that are founded on Stoicism and philosophy, with the goal of becoming a priority in the lives of others and identifying genuine interest. This is not about employing manipulative strategies or schemes, rather, it advocates for a wise and genuine method of cultivating genuine and meaningful relationships. It is essential to emphasize that this is not about employing manipulative tactics or schemes. There is a proverb that goes, "Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. If they do not consider you to be a priority, it is highly probable that their interest in you is not genuine or genuine." There are principles that guide us to strike a balance between our needs and the relationships we have, and they emphasize the significance of being valuable without appearing to be needy. These principles are embedded within this ancient philosophy. In order to take the first step towards securing a place of priority in the lives of other people, you must first create a feeling of absence. People have a tendency to view your presence as something that is taken for granted when you are always available and prompt in your responses. The world we live in is so fast-paced that time has become a valuable commodity. Stoicism teaches us to recognize and appreciate the significance of this time. At the same time, it is essential to give people the opportunity to miss your presence and occasionally notice your absence. Stoics remind us that even though we cannot control the circumstances that surround us, we do have agency over how we react to everything that happens. You can cultivate self-respect and encourage others to view you as a person of value by recognizing the importance of treating your time and attention with respect. There is no need to be afraid of saying no or of not immediately responding to requests. It is important to cultivate the skill of patience and allow others to value your time as much as you do. You can improve the quality of your life in a myriad of different ways by developing the skill cultivating patience. Stoic philosophy teaches us that patience is more than just a virtue, it is a vital force in a turbulent world that is constantly distracting and upheavals. This is a concept that we find in the philosophy of Stoicism. One way to think of patience is as a skill, the capacity to maintain composure and steadiness in the face of chaos. When you open yourself up to tranquility, you transform into a shining example of stability and composure in the midst of turbulent times. A skill that does not imply passivity is the ability to wait calmly without giving in to the immediacy and pressures of the present moment. On the contrary, it is an act of inner strength and emotional mastery. But the act of practicing patience not only protects you from the turbulent emotions that you experience, but it also gives the impression that you are self-assured and able to take on challenges. When you do this, it is as if you transform into a haven of peace that draws in other people and provides a safe haven from the unrelenting storm that is everyday life. Also important to note that patience has a direct impact on how other people perceive and value your presence. Those individuals who are able to wait patiently and with wisdom stand out in a world where everyone is always hurry. You are going to be perceived as someone who is not dominated by impatience and immediacy, but rather someone who thinks things through and considers their actions. Essential to begin with yourself if you want to become someone whose presence is valued and sought after. Not an act of selfishness, rather, it is an essential step in the process of determining the worth of your current time and attention. You are teaching other people the significance of valuing not only themselves, but also the time and effort that you offer by following this course of action. It is essential to acquire the ability to say no on occasion. Continuous availability can be interpreted as a lack of self-worth, leading others to believe that your time and attention are always available without the need for appreciation or recognition. This can lead to a situation in which you are overlooked. To summarize, engaging in the practice of patience and recognizing the value of oneself are essential steps toward achieving recognition and appreciation in any setting. Not only will you benefit from mastering these skills, but you will also be able to provide others with an illuminating example of how to maintain equilibrium and persevere. The sage advice of the Stoics, such as that of Seneca, provides us with an invaluable instructional opportunity regarding the significance of being the masters of our own time. Philosophy emphasizes the importance of making choices that are deliberate and conscious, and it encourages us to carefully reflect on how and with whom we spend our time. Seneca serves as a reminder that time is a valuable resource and that it is essential to manage it wisely in order to live a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. Having the ability to politely decline requests from other people is an essential component of effective time management. It is not a matter of being self-centered, rather, it is a matter of having respect for oneself and acknowledging the importance of our own time and requirements. Epicurus, on the other hand, encourages us to contemplate the concepts of freedom and freedom of will. His words have a powerful resonance. No man is free who is not master of himself. This phrase emphasizes the concept that true freedom and autonomy are the result of having mastery over our own decisions and feelings. In addition to exercising control over our actions in the outside world, we must also exercise control over our internal world, which includes our thoughts, feelings, and reactions. Stoicism places a high value on living according to our principles and values, and this includes the way in which we manage our time and energy accordingly. By making the decision to not be available at all times, we are able to demonstrate that we value our time and energy, which in turn helps us to cultivate respect for both ourselves and others. As a result of this mutual respect, other people will naturally place a higher priority on us in their lives. Therefore, gaining an understanding of and putting into practice the teachings of the Stoics and Epicureans can help us live a life that is more balanced and satisfying. We not only improve our own lives by honoring our time and being selective about the commitments we make, but we also have a positive impact on the lives of those who are in our immediate vicinity. The essence of living a life that is purposeful and honest, guided by principles that are reflective of who we truly are, is represented by this. Discovering the art of mystery is something that we do because we are interested in becoming more significant and a priority in the lives of other people. Furthermore, the practice of overexposure can paradoxically reduce the perception of our value, despite the fact that there is a natural tendency to openly share our feelings, thoughts, and aspirations with other people. People are naturally drawn to the unknown and unexplored, and they place a high value on things that appear to be uncommon or out of reach. If you are dedicated to your own personal development, please leave the following phrase in the comments section: "I commit to myself." And make sure to include the current date so that it is not forgotten. Let us continue with the teachings of Stoicism, which place an emphasis on self-discipline and self-control, and which direct us to approach our interactions with a calculated reserve. Maintaining an air of mystery does not involve concealing our true identity, rather, it involves gradually and thoughtfully revealing our essence to others with a sense of mystery. We are able to maintain our privacy while simultaneously piquing the interest and curiosity of those around us thanks to this strategy. When it comes to conversations and social interactions, it may be a good idea to choose responses that are less specific and more general when it comes to personal history or intimate secrets. It is not the same thing as being evasive or dishonest, rather. It is the act of carefully selecting what information to disclose and when to do so. By doing so, you are inviting other people to take a more active interest in the story that you are telling. The practice of this approach, which involves maintaining a continuous focus on yourself, protects significant aspects of your life and creates an environment in which people feel motivated to learn more about you. This can result in interactions that are more profound and significant, in which the gradual revelation of your personality and experiences takes place in a natural and genuine manner, thereby elevating your significance and priority in the lives of other people. Fortune favors the bold, a quote attributed to Seneca, has a profound impact when applied to the practice of sharing personal information. In the context of this discussion, boldness does not refer to actions that are reckless, but rather to the wisdom of knowing how much information to share and at what moment to do so. There is a delicate balance that exists between being open and being reserved, and the ability to navigate this duality can significantly increase the attractiveness and importance that you have to others. Stoic philosophy is a powerful tool because it addresses the concept of concealing one's identity by preserving an air of mystery. You will pique the interest of other people by doing so. Individuals have a natural inclination to be fascinated by the unknown and the possibility of discovery. There is a correlation between leaving room for others to wonder about aspects of your life and the perception that you are more interesting and attractive to them. Stoicism teaches that it is essential to concentrate on the things that are within our realm of control. There is no doubt that the significant amount of personal information that we divulge falls into this category. In the process of consciously controlling this aspect, you are not hiding but rather making a conscious decision to share yourself in a way that is strategic and thoughtful. Through the use of this practice, you will be able to gradually reveal yourself to others while preserving their interest and respect. In addition, it is essential to keep in mind that the pursuit of continuous approval from other people can easily result in feelings of dissatisfaction. You give others the opportunity to value you for who you really are, rather than just for what you choose to show them, when you keep a little bit of mystery around you. This has the potential to result in connections that are more genuine and significant, in which appreciation is not based on the quantity of information that is exchanged, but rather on the quality of your essence and presence. Being strategic and deliberate in the sharing of personal information is therefore the essence of true boldness. This allows you to maintain a balance that enhances your importance and attraction to others, which in turn makes you more attractive to them. When it comes to the process of becoming more significant and a priority in the lives of others, the idea of allowing others to invest in you is a powerful concept and an essential step in the journey. This approach goes beyond ego. It touches on the fundamental human desire to feel valued and useful. Therefore, it is a more effective approach. In his Stoic wisdom, Seneca emphasized that individuals experience a sense of satisfaction when they are selected to make a contribution to the life of another individual, which in turn enriches their own experiences. There are many different ways in which you can let other people contribute to your life. It can be as easy as expressing gratitude for a compliment that you have received, or recognizing and appreciating the assistance or advice that someone has provided. As a result of your actions, not only do you obtain something of value, but you also give other people the satisfaction of feeling appreciated and important. Because of this, a cycle of positivity and mutual respect is created, in which all parties involved reap the benefits. The Stoic view of human interdependence is consistent with this principle, which is in harmony with it. The web of relationships and interactions that make up our society is intricate, and it is essential that we acknowledge the fact that we all require support and cooperation from one another. Stoicism teaches us that there is no sign of weakness in requesting assistance or accepting support. On the contrary, these actions strengthen human connections and promote cooperation, neither of which are signs of weakness. By allowing ourselves to be open to receiving assistance, direction, or even a simple act of kindness, we facilitate the development of a relationship dynamic that is more profound and meaningful. In situations where their actions and contributions are recognized and appreciated, individuals experience a greater sense of investment in our lives. In turn, this increases the likelihood that they will consider us to be a priority in their lives. By allowing other people to invest in you, you not only improve the quality of your own life, but you also give other people the opportunity to experience the joy and satisfaction of being a part of something that is more significant. These kinds of reciprocal acknowledgement and appreciation are essential to the development of robust and long-lasting relationships in which you are regarded as an important and prioritized individual by other people. Let's go back to the fundamentals of Stoicism and talk about the state of being independent. It was Epicurus, an ancient Stoic, who taught us that it is not the events that occur to you that are important, but rather how you react to them. To be independent in Stoicism does not mean to be completely cut off from other people. Rather, it means to have autonomy and self-governance. The ability to make decisions consciously without excessively relying on the approval or influence of others is what it means to have this ability. In order to increase your value and importance in the lives of other people, one of the most important things you can do is practice independence. Independence, according to the Stoic philosophy, is not merely a matter of being physically or financially independent. Rather, it is primarily a matter of being independent of one's thoughts and actions. The way in which you adhere to your own ethics and values, which in turn foster respect and admiration from other people, is a manifestation of this independence. Being independent means being the keeper of your own morality and principles, demonstrating that you act in accordance with your convictions rather than simply adhering to the expectations or pressures of other people. These are the characteristics that define independence. Your integrity becomes a beacon to others, highlighting your uniqueness and strength, and you find that you gain a respect that goes beyond simple popularity. In addition, developing your independence helps you cultivate authenticity in your relationships. You position yourself as an individual who actively contributes to the well-being of others, rather than merely being a participant or follower in social dynamics. This positions you as an active contributor to the people around you. On the contrary, this indicates that you engage in relationships from a position of strength and self-awareness, capable of offering as much as you receive. This does not at all imply that you choose to isolate yourself or refuse the assistance of others. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of having strong self-discipline, self-awareness, and self-control in order to achieve independence. These are qualities that are appealing to people who place a high value on individuals who are strong and honest. You can become an example that others will follow by cultivating these characteristics, which will allow you to influence others through the actions and attitudes that you exhibit. In addition, being generous and open to the possibility of allowing other people to contribute to your life is an essential complement to being independent. As a result of this combination of autonomy and receptivity, a healthy balance is created in which you not only keep yourself as a powerful and self-sufficient individual, but you also acknowledge the significance of the contributions made by other people. In the eyes of other people, this increases the attractiveness and respect that you have. At the end of the day, the true richness of life is found in the depth and significance of the connections and relationships that people have. You are able to create a virtuous circle of mutual appreciation and respect by cultivating independence while maintaining an openness to the contributions of others. In addition to enhancing the quality of your personal relationships, this serves to broaden the scope of your influence and significance in the lives of other people. One of the most important things we can do on our path to becoming more important and a priority to other people is to put our own needs first. In order to learn how to be more valued by other people, this is essential. Many times we find ourselves sacrificing our own requirements for the sake of those of others, which ultimately results in an excessive amount of exploitation and a lack of respect for myself. In today's society, there is a common tendency to promote the notion that we ought to always be accessible to anyone and everyone. On the other hand, this is not only not sustainable, but it also has the potential to make other people view you as an endless resource, which diverts your attention and wastes your valuable time. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we are responsible for our own lives and well-being, that we should set up healthy boundaries, and that we should put our own requirements ahead of those of other people. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus articulated this profound concept, which can be summarized as follows. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This statement encapsulates one of the fundamental principles of Stoicism, which has a significant impact on how we relate to ourselves and others. Before taking any action in life, it encourages us to engage in a self-affirmation and self-knowledge activity. This is a prerequisite for any action. The act of recognizing our needs, desires, and personal values is an essential component of this self-affirmation. It is important to realize that these aspects of ourselves must be satisfied before we can be truly valuable to other people. According to what you've described, the Stoic perspective provides profound insight into the process of achieving a life that is full of meaning and value, not only for oneself but also for others. By putting an emphasis on the cultivation of self-mastery and self-knowledge, this approach highlights the fact that true value and virtue originate from within each of us. Stoicism is characterized by a number of core principles, one of which is the pursuit of self-approval rather than relying relentlessly on the approval of others. In this pursuit of self-approval, we are not engaging in an act of selfishness. Rather, we are acknowledging the significance of self-acceptance and having confidence in our own identity and objectives. When we are confident in who we are and what we want, we exude an authentic confidence that naturally attracts other people to us. This self-assurance is not the result of arrogance, but rather of a profound and truthful comprehension of our capabilities, limitations, and values. One of the most influential Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, emphasized the significance of ensuring that our actions are in accordance with our intentions and the words that we speak. We must not only articulate our values and objectives, we must also demonstrate that we are able to back up our statements with consistent actions. For the purpose of establishing our honesty and reliability, it is essential that what we say and what we do are consistent with one another. It is when our actions are consistent with our values and genuine identity that we are able to strengthen our value in the eyes of other people. Consistency and integrity are qualities that are highly valued and bring in individuals who respect such characteristics. In addition, we can create an internal compass that directs our choices and actions by defining our values and goals through the process of introspection and self-evaluation. This internal guidance enables us to navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and purpose, thereby strengthening our character and our capacity to positively impact those who are in our immediate environment. In conclusion, the Stoic philosophy teaches us that in order to be truly valuable to other people, we must first cultivate virtues within ourselves. This lays the groundwork for authenticity and integrity, which affords us the opportunity to lead meaningful lives and cultivate relationships with other people that are profound and of great value. Today, we have arrived at the most important part of this video. Don't make other people the focal point of your life. In today's society, we frequently find ourselves falling into the trap of elevating other people to a higher status, thereby losing our own trajectory. Don't let other people become the focal point of your life. Be available, but not all the time. It is only when you value your time and attention that you will realize how much more valuable you are to other people. The most important takeaway from this video is that you should not make other people the focal point of your life. In today's society, we frequently find ourselves falling into the trap of elevating other people to a higher status, thereby losing our own trajectory. Don't let other people become the focal point of your life. Be available, but not all the time. It is only when you value your time and attention that you will realize how much more valuable you are to other people. If you do not give permission, no one can cause you harm. Do not give other people the ability to define or control you. This profound quotation serves as a reminder that, in the end, we are the ones who are responsible for maintaining our own emotional well-being and inner peace. In a world where critical opinions and judgments of others can be pervasive, it is essential to understand that we have the power to choose how they affect us. This is because we have the decision-making power. Stoicism instructs us to cultivate the virtue of selective indifference, which means that we must learn to recognize what is worthy of our attention and focus our attention on that. In order to be masters of our minds and emotions, we must engage in self-reflection and authenticity. Authenticity refers to the state of being who we are without the fear of being judged by others. When we internalize this Stoic principle, we become masters of our own fate, and our self-esteem and self-respect flourish, which ultimately results in us becoming more valuable and important to other people. It is therefore important that we keep in mind this profound truth from Marcus Aurelius whenever we are confronted with difficulties and criticisms in our lives. No one can cause you harm without your permission. It is time to stop starting conversations. Although this may appear to be difficult in a world where constant communication is the norm, its origins can be traced back to the wisdom of the Stoic civilization. Stoics, such as Epictetus, brought to our attention the significance of listening more than speaking. When you let other people start a conversation, you are able to develop a deeper understanding of both yourself and the other person. It is common for people to withdraw from you when you are always ready to talk because it gives the impression that you are anxious and sometimes self-centered. When it comes to developing genuine, high-value relationships, patience and a willingness to encourage others to start conversations are both essential components. This method, which is centered on the application of Stoic principles in everyday life, is an effective instrument for fostering personal development and enhancing relationships that are genuine and rich in meaning. You can position yourself for a life that is more balanced and authentic by incorporating concepts such as the creation of a fear of loss, the practice of patience, the moderation of availability, the maintenance of a certain mystery, the willingness to receive investments from others, but the prioritization of one's own needs, the cultivation of independence, and the ability to let others initiate interactions. It is essential to emphasize that the essence of Stoicism extends beyond its influence on external relationships. Rather, it encourages a profound transformation in the relationship that we have with ourselves. Through adhering to these principles, you will acquire the ability to find calm in the midst of chaos, to make decisions that are more deliberate, and to confront challenges with a robust mental strength. These abilities are necessary for living a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. It is possible that an ebook on the subject could be a useful resource for you if you are interested in expanding both your knowledge and your practice of Stoicism. This reading has the potential to provide additional insights into how to cultivate these Stoic virtues in your day-to-day life, thereby assisting you in further developing your capacities for resilience, wisdom, and equilibrium. Congratulations on your commitment to developing as a person and seeking knowledge that not only improves your own life, but also improves the lives of those who are fortunate enough to be in your immediate vicinity. It is commendable that you have shown such a strong interest in learning and putting these teachings into practice. It goes without saying that if you find this content to be enjoyable, leaving a comment is an excellent way to communicate your thoughts and experiences. In the event that you are unsure of what to say, you could begin by contemplating the ways in which these Stoic principles struck a chord with you and the ways in which you intend to implement them in your own personal journey. The feedback you provide is extremely valuable and has the potential to motivate others on their own paths of self-improvement. Leave a comment saying "I accept the challenge" so that I know you've made it to the end of the challenge. In the event that you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you expecting to happen? Sign up right away and become a part of us. I am appreciative of your participation. Up until the next time.